talk trash to me? Sure. I mean, it's harder, it gets harder when more people start to follow you because more people start to pop up and say stuff. But like, am I worried sometimes? Or I'm like, all right, I'm about to post this on Instagram to 1.2 million people. Could I get some trash talkers? Yeah. Should I get some haters? Yes. But if I don't post this, and I don't grow my following, and I don't grow my business, what if I lost my house? I have to move into another place. I can't provide for my wife and my son. That's way freaking harder to me. That's way more painful to me than some person I've never met online and will never meet. You guys get it? Pain's happening either way. Which one do you want? Choose the pain that you want. Listen, there's a lot of fears that we have. I have all of the same fears. I'm afraid of success. I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid of people not liking me. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of all of those things in some sort of way. But you want to know the one that scares me the most? Getting to the end of my life and wishing that I would have done it. That's scary to me. Do you want to know why? I'll tell you guys just full transparency, right? My father was the first person that I ever knew that passed away. So he was an alcoholic when I was a kid. My parents divorced when I was 10. He passed away when I was 15. He was the very first person that I ever saw dead. And I remember being, the day before we went in, or it might have been the same day, I don't remember, I was only 15, so 24 years ago at this point. And we went in and we were sitting down, and it was like the first time we get to see somebody in a casket, right? And we're sitting on the couch, and he's like right here, like it was a very small room. And I remember looking at my dad and being like, this guy was such a good person. He had so many hopes and dreams, like my dad was a dreamer. He just didn't do anything about it. And the reason why my father was an alcoholic was because of the fact that he walked into the room 12 years old after his dad had shot himself in the mouth with a shotgun. Of course my dad had demons. I don't blame him for that. But I saw a guy who had his demons, who didn't overcome his demons, and where his life ended up. I remember consciously sitting there at 15 years old and being like, not me. This is where it could be. I'm not ending up like that. He was an example of what I did not want to be. And so he died on November 1st. On November 24th, which is my sister, it was her 21st birthday. 23 days later, we're leaving from Olive Garden, and my mom goes, hey, so, now that your dad's been gone for a few weeks, like, how do you guys feel about it? And I said, I think if Dad were to find out how much good is going to come from this, he'd be okay with dying.